This year in 2026, the American Birding Association announced the Horned Lark as their bird of the year. But what makes this bird so special? It's found on 5 continents across the world and has more than 40 subspecies. Let's dive into the fascinating bird that is the horned lark and why it's so special. As always, we're going to start with the identification. The horned lark is very unique in the field. It's pretty easy to distinguish when you get a good look at it. It's about the size of a sparrow, so pretty small, with dark eye paint that goes down its face, a black neck patch, tan back, white stomach, yellow face, and the most prominent black horns, hence its name. Females, though, are typically drabber and paler overall, but structured pretty much the same. And also keep in mind that horned larks, again, have 40 subspecies across the world, so there's a lot of diversity found within the species, but structurally, they're going to look very similar to one another, despite a few minor differences. Horned larks are the only member of the family Alaudidae that is native to North America. Originally, way back when, Linnaeus gave the horned lark the scientific name Alauda alpestris, which means lark of the mountains. However, scientifically today it's known as Ermophila alpestris. It's still in the family Alaudidae, however. Eremophyla comes from the Greek word eremophiles, which basically means desert-loving, and alpestris remains the same, meaning high mountains. So a desert-loving, high mountain bird species. Conservation-wise, it has a status of least concern and seems to be doing pretty well across the globe. As mentioned before, there are a ton of horned lark subspecies, and each one of them varies slightly in its appearance. We won't go over them today because it would take way too long, but just recognize that if you don't see your local horned lark represented here, that's because it's the one where I live in Utah in North America. As mentioned before, the horned lark can be found across North America, in a small part of northern Africa, northern Russia, parts of Europe, and across Asia. It's also found in a very small part of Colombia. So this is a bird that's all over the globe. Horned larks typically like open country and fields, and they like to avoid tree and foresty type areas. It's a bird that really enjoys bare ground with minimal shrubbery. So for this reason, it typically hangs out in agricultural fields, and when it's not in farmers' fields, it hangs out in shortgrass prairie habitat and areas with sparse brush, like deserts, for example. This is a bird that spends a lot of time hanging out on the ground, hopping around, and feeding on insects and other things that it can find. Eventually, they'll take off, typically into small or large flocks, and you'll see them going up into the air and landing in fields, especially during the winter time and the colder months. What's really interesting about the horned lark is that it likes to bathe quite frequently, and it will use different things like snow and water and dust to clean its wings. What it'll do is it'll crouch really low to the ground, and it'll throw that dirt or snow over its body to get clean. Horned larks typically eat seeds and insects primarily, but sometimes they'll also include fruit in their diet if it's available. So it's a bird that's not super picky, and this is probably another reason why it's done so well in spreading across so many different continents. Horned larks are monogamous during the breeding season, and to court females, the males will droop their wings, spread their tails wide, and make chittering noises while also vibrating their wings. And males start their work for breeding season very early in the year. During the winter, they'll typically start claiming their territories by perching up and singing and battling other birds for their territories, and this will go all the way into the summer when breeding starts and ends. The females start building their nests in the spring, and the first eggs are laid between March and July, depending how north the birds are found. They typically nest right on the ground in plowed fields, and how they do this is they'll construct their nest by digging a little tiny impression in the dirt, or sometimes they'll just use a natural impression in the dirt. And this takes a few days for them to do. Then what the females will do is they'll weave plant material together to make a nice, cushioned, comfy nest. The eggs are gray with brown spots, and they can lay up to 4 eggs per clutch. Only the females incubate the eggs, and then they also feed themselves, as the male is rarely involved with anything past breeding season. So the females are the powerhouses. They make all this happen. What's really cool is that the young are often born into relatively cold climates, and they're born with a soft layer of down. This will protect them from the weather elements as well as the cold. Because their nests on the ground, they can typically run before they can fly, but it only takes them a couple weeks to finally get up into the air. You might be wondering how they avoid detection. They're heavily camouflaged birds. They're actually really hard to spot even when you know they're there, and sometimes even when you take a picture knowing a flock's there, you'll start to pick out birds that you didn't notice before. So this heavy camouflage helps protect them from different predators. That being said, they do have quite a few predators, including owls, falcons, shrikes, weasels, raccoons, feral cats, and skunks, amongst quite a few others. One of the easiest ways to identify the horned lark is to hear it as it's flying over. So here's the call of the horned lark. It's a light, squeaky call, especially like I mentioned, when they fly over. If you're a birder and you really want to find this bird, the best thing you can do is just go drive out in those rural agricultural fields. If you live in urban areas, try to head to more rural areas with large open spaces. They also will come into shore sometimes, so if you have a big lake nearby, you might find them on the shore. What you want to do as well is if you are driving these agricultural fields, pay attention to the road that you on, especially if it's dirt, and look for those flocks that will jump up into the air, fly around, and land in a field, and follow them that way. Just a fun fact about the horned lark as well, they'll actually gather little rocks and dirt clogs, and what they'll do is they'll make something that resembles a path leading away from their nest. We don't really know what this is for. It's certainly not a road, at least we don't think it's a road, but it would be really fascinating to know why they do this. Are they just decorating, or is there something that we're not understanding here? Let me know what you think of the ABA bird of the year, the horned lark. Also, what cool things did I forget to mention in this video? Do you have some fun horned lark facts? Put them down in the comments below. Make sure you check out my other channel, Bright-Eyed Birding, where I take you on birding adventures once per week, where we find birds like the horned lark on a weekly basis. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and join my membership program if you'd like to support the channel and these adventures. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding Learn.